It's clear Mississippi State wasn't a big threat going into tonight's game. The Gators struggled to stay afloat in the first half. That mentality, of course, changed going into the second as Egbunu and Allen made the free throws when they counted the most. Hey guys, most fans drive their cars up to Jacksonville for the Florida-Georgia game, and some even come a few days before and park their RVs. But for the truly dedicated, they bring their boats to Florida, Georgia. Will Greer was quite emotional as he took to the podium this week after being suspended for performance-enhancing drugs. We took to the streets to ask students, is this punishment too harsh? Starting the new year off right with conference play and a win, and after last week's loss to FSU in the final seconds, Coach White says it's just really good feeling to get the ball through the basket. Hey Josh, Florida defensive back DeAndre Porter was suspended indefinitely this morning following his arrest. Gainesville police say Porter fired a gun at his pregnant girlfriend more than 2 weeks ago. According to the police report, Porter held a gun to his girlfriend's head on September 29th. He demanded she tell him the truth about being with one of his teammates. It should be noted that at the time of the incident, Porter's girlfriend was 10 weeks pregnant, and police say he was aware of this when he shot at her. Police say the victim waited to report the incident.
Here's your hosts, Bill Byrne and Chelsea Brown.
That's right. Most people really didn't expect them to make it this far at the beginning of the season. I was there, you were there. Max said, we're going to play this many games, and he was so confident in the team. Let's take a look back at how this year went. All the naysayers questioning the Gators' success were silenced on Saturday night after Florida beat Ole Miss in a 28-point win. We talked to players, and they said it's not luck that brought them this far. It's working hard in practice every day. For a vet like Trip Thurman, the improvements in the offensive line is something he's proud of.
No, I'm not surprised at all. These guys work their butts off, and it's all about communication up front. I mean, you could have four guys go to the draft, and if that didn't work out, it's okay. But you got a bunch of young guys, and I'm really proud of them up front.
Already an underdog to Ole Miss, the Gators battled more attrition in the week when the team was hit by the flu bug, a concern that now seems laughable.
Yeah, well, there's no such thing as sick in these weeks. So, if anybody's under the weather, you can cough all you want, suck it up. We got games to play.
Some could say an attitude like that would bring you to the cusp of a top 10. A win of this magnitude will certainly grab some attention, especially from the non-believers.
I'm pretty sure nobody picked us to win tonight. So we just wanted to go out and, we believe in ourselves. I believe in my brothers. We call each other brothers, in and out. So we just went out and put it all on the line for each other, gave it our best, and that's all we could ask, and our best was enough.
In order to grab a win against Mizzou on the road, Max says you've got to use the negativity to your advantage.
Because here's what's going to be next. Are these guys for real and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. I get it. I've been there, I get it. So we'll find out. That's why every opportunity you have in life, go take advantage of it. And sometimes it doesn't always turn out the way you want it. But there's no reason not to think that you shouldn't be successful. Try that sometime.
Chelsea Brown, GTN Sports. Every family has their story on what drives them, motivates them, and gives them purpose every day. I had the opportunity to meet with a local Gainesville family that says their purpose started the day their firstborn came into the world.
Noah was our first child. He was our biological child. He was born, all the way back in 1989.
First-time parents Will and Shelley Volker didn't realize how Noah would forever change their lives more than 26 years ago.
He was a very small preemie. He was a very sick preemie. He got a really bad infection while he was in the neonatal intensive care unit.
When Noah was born, doctors told the Volkers Noah had cerebral palsy, but that wasn't all.
And he used a wheelchair. He was deaf-blind. He had a pretty significant vision loss. He was profoundly deaf in one ear, and he had a hearing aid in the other ear.
Doctors suggested Will and Shelley not even take Noah home. Their suggestion?
That we might just want to put him in a hospital or an institution and basically go on with our lives.
Will and Shelley didn't even have to think twice about this decision.
Well, that didn't work for either one of us. He was our son and we were in love with him.
Doctors said Noah would never play with other kids.
But we had higher expectations for him than we were told to have for him. So fortunately, he was able to do a lot more in his 19 and a half years than anybody had predicted.
so Noah's parents looked for a place for him to fit in.
There really wasn't anything for him. We tried Boy Scouts briefly. We looked around at some other programs like 4-H and sports leagues, and he just really didn't fit into any of them. People didn't really know what to do with a child that had all those disabilities.
But there was one place Noah could fit in, the Endeavor Recreation Program, a program for children of all abilities here in Gainesville. Not only did Noah play with other kids, he played baseball, soccer, and he even swam.
His favorite was swimming. He loved to swim. Because when he was in the pool, it's like, you know, he wasn't in his chair anymore. He was free. All the pressure was gone. It's like he just float and he just enjoyed being in the water.
Something he loved more than anything, painting.
There he is. We kind of stumbled about that when we started doing like painting plays, and he would actually just love to paint.
Noah passed away in 2009, so Will and Chellsie had a decision to make.
You know, were we going to continue doing this now that we didn't have a child with a disability anymore? But we had met so many children and families over the year who really needed something like the Endeavor League that we decided that yes, we definitely would continue it.
And when the Volkers decided to continue the Endeavor League, they decided to honor Noah and rename it Noah's Endeavor. Henry DeGans is the father of twin boys. He says the program has helped his twins develop.
And I was amazed when I first came and I met Will, and he introduced me to all the other kids who had quote-unquote disability or developmental delays.
Volunteers who've been with the organization for a few years say Noah's Endeavor is irreplaceable.
Some of these kids can't participate in organized sports, so it gives them a chance to, you know, feel the part, do it and everything.
And for that, parents are grateful.
It gives the kids a chance to become part of the community, and they're able to participate at their level. I just think it's great for every kid with different abilities to be able to belong and feel like they belong.